Hey friends, and welcome back. This time, it's the first time we've pulled a little switcheroo on you. We told you we were going to head to Dollywood in Tennessee, and a combination of the weather for getting through the Great Smokies. They had a windstorm that knocked down trees and closed off the highway for a bit. Combined with it being Easter weekend, combined with the whole state of Illinois seeming to descend on Tennessee, it was just jammed with tourists and people on spring break. We decided to switch it up. So sorry, no Dollywood for you, but I think we made the right decision. Where'd we go instead?
So you'll see we had a great drive through the Great Smoky National Park and stopped for a really nice hike. Had some very nice views and really nice day out.
Stick around, we'll show you all that.
We started our day off pretty chill. We drove through the national forest, the Pisgah National Forest, and saw some great views, great waterfall. Despite the rain, we still had a really nice time. As we got to the end of the forest, we had a chance to hop on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Unfortunately, with the higher elevation and the rain and the cloud, we saw nothing. So we jumped off the highway and made our way to Waynesville. It was a super nice little town with a main street, had a nice lunch there. And we decided to carry on towards the Great Smokies anyway, even though the road was closed. We figured we could spend the night outside the park and drive through the next day. So we made our way all the way to the visitor center and toured around the visitor center and chilled out there for a bit.
So they had sort of a farmstead museum sort of thing outdoors that we troped around in the rain for a little bit. And there's also a whole bunch of elk out in the lawn next to the visitor center, so we got a look at the elk. And indeed, the highway was still closed, and so you wouldn't have seen anything today anyway. It's a good day just to lay up here. And so we used our iOverlander app and found our second casino of the trip with a parking lot that seemed to allow vans to overnight there. So we found a bike shop that also had some beers on tap. We sort of sat there and sort of rejigged our plans, rolled up to the casino at about dusk and had a good sleep. And then get up the next morning, and indeed the skies were 100% better, and got on our way on our scenic drive. So we've got some dash cam footage here starting out on our drive. We were about 3 minutes in, and I already found myself thinking, wow, what a beautiful scenic drive. And then the next thing I thought was, that's a weird thing to say because only old people like scenic drives. And so that was the main discovery of the drive, was that I think I'm just an old person now who likes scenic drives.
Halfway through our drive, we stopped at the Tennessee-North Carolina border, which is the highest point in the park. It's also where the Appalachian Trail, the AT Trail crosses. That was pretty neat, and we got a couple snaps of that. And then we carried on towards Gatlinburg, and we did a hike, the Chimney Tops hike. It was a really nice hike, super popular. There were two hikes kind of near Gatlinburg, and it was really hard to find parking. The parkway was jammed. We ended up getting lucky, getting a spot and getting on our hike, and it was well worth it.
It was like a 2-mile climb, some nice views at the top. The new hiking poles worked well. Got some footage on the GoPro there. Yeah, it was a good break.
After our hike, we exited the park and we stopped in Gatlinburg to have a look around. And as we thought it would be, was a zoo with people and everybody on their spring breaks having a good time. There's a lot of tourist activities going on, a lot of tourist attractions. We did get some lunch and then decided to take off from there and put on a few miles towards our next destination.
So we drove about an hour or so. We checked Google Maps and found a state park, Norris Dam State Park, and had a nice quiet place to sleep, and some hot showers, and tucked in for the night.
We've now driven over 2,700 kilometers through 5 states and 1 national park.
And we've had our first epiphany, and that was me figuring out that I'm an old person who likes scenic drives now. And whatever, I'm just going to live my truth, and you can deal with it. So the main takeaways from this part of the trip, I think we made the right call on Dollywood. Once we got to Gatlinburg and saw how crazy the whole area was with tourists, that would have just been an expensive day of standing in line for a few rides. just wasn't what we were feeling like. We wanted to spend some time in the woods and go for a hike, so it was a beautiful day. So we made the right call there. Next episode, you'll find us at the next national park on our list. We're headed up to Mammoth Cave National Park in Kentucky.
And then from Kentucky back down to Tennessee and some big cities in the future for Nashville and Memphis. So lots of music and a little change of pace again.
Hit like and subscribe, and we'll see you there. Thanks for watching.